for the NFL on EA Sports. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And the nightcap to a busy Sunday has begun. Return starts at the 3. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18. Check go.
They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
They give on 2nd to Kamara. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Let's go now. Buffalo 18.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Set. 19 Lions. Go.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here's 2nd and 2. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Ready.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Great.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap for Hurts. His first throw is an interception. Saints are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Ready? Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Trying again following the sack. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now we'll pause for a bit. There's a player who needed some help out there, and that looks like it is Devontae Smith. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Dragon 60. Sack.
Running back sent in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
From the gun on 3rd down. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he gets him around 6 there. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, here's Hurts. On the move, headed right. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, a run with Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7. That's low and bounces short of his man.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrives at the exact same time there. And it's 4th down. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Throwing it to start this drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
2nd and 10 now. This is complete to Olave. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Set. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Warrior 70. Ready.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And in for the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints double their lead to 14. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here's Smith on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. That pass caught by Dotson. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the pistol, Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Hurts throwing again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up.
19 Lion.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Throwing on 2nd and 10. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Offense up to the line fast. Motioning the tight end now. throwing on 3rd and long. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense in the hurry up here. Play action on 1st down. Gets this to Johnson. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 8. Kamara's got it. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line.
This is one of those plays, Kate. I could just hear defensive buzzwords. Pursue, effort, run him down. Just a total effort defensively to knock that running back right out of bounds and put a negative yardage mark on the stat sheet.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He finds Johnson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Eagles get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought the defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Looking to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Colson Adebo's got it. And the Saints will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And he had just enough leg behind that one. It is off the crossbar and through. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Working quickly here. From the 29. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Offense to the line for second down. They go to Barkley again. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Shotgun snap for Hurts. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Saints are going to have some work to do as they take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Bravo 80.
Kamara gets it on the draw. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now.
Ready. Set go.
He'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Jacoby Dean in on the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Set up.
From the 24. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And they pick him off again. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. From the 32. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
63.
He's throwing for it. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the 1st sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
They just get the play off. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4. On 4th down, Hurts. Putting the body on the line for his team.
Hey, let's go.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Caught near the pylon.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
set. Now let's get it.
Hurts now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Just a 1-yard pickup there. Now a call to make on 4th and goal from the 1.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. A big spot for the Eagles now as they go for 2. Throwing here, Hurts. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Go! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 34. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And he makes the half goal! It's a touchdown on the pick 6! Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Tony now to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level. They want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
Getting right back to it after that interception. Connects with Johnson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd and 1. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Warrior 70. Buffalo 18. Go.
Desperation time here on 4th. Launches one deep downfield. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down.
Don't touch that. Don't touch.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they'll move him forward down to the 46-yard line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Offense staying out here. It's 4th and 11.
Don't touch that. Don't touch.
Back to throw. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Kamara running out of the gun. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Another run for Kamara. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Setting up to pass. This is reeled in by Kamara. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
He'll look to throw it. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Set go.
They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
Here he is to throw. Gets this to Johnson. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Tag. Get up.
From the 29. Catch is made in close. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Great, set. Hey. Well done.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
And an Eagle first down.
Great, set.
Hurts. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? So it's 2nd down coming up.
Great, set. Now let Yeti.
Hurts setting up to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. It's intercepted. That will do it. And the Saints come up with the interception that clinches the win.